40,000 orders placed since it launched at midnight. This is the Egg Harbor 10 count of the 6-ounce premium Faroe Island salmon fillets. And it is time. If you've been watching today, if you've watched the presentations and you've said, oh, they're going to talk about the salmon, it is time to pick yours up. It is the lowest price of the year for the 6-ounce Faroe Island salmon fillets, $9.99 a piece. This is the seafood division of the #1 selling food brand here at QVC, and this is the Faroe Island salmon that 8 million fillets have sold here at QVC. This is the 6th Egg Harbor salmon today special value. These are easy to prepare. They're skinless, they're boneless. They have a mild sweetness to them. They're firm, they're flaky, and let me tell you, they are rich in flavor and good for you things. Now, when it comes to protein, we get a little wary of chicken. We get a little wary of all the things that maybe, okay, I've cooked this a million times. This is that absolute luxury flavor that you're getting delivered right to your front door. And today we have auto delivery every 90 days for 2 years. So let's talk actually every 60 days. So here's everything that you're getting. You're getting 10 of those 6-ounce fillets. The beautiful thing is you get the seasoning along with it. You also pay $9.99 per fillet, but it's 2-year auto delivery, like I mentioned. Every 60 days for 2 years, you lock in that price. And this day, this is the only day it will be under $100. And if you think about the price of food and you think about the cost of food and you can lock in a price that goes away at the end of the day, but you can lock it in for the next 2 years, this is a great way to go. They're easy to keep in the freezer. They're easy to cook. And I have recommended them to so many. We've had thousands of people leave 5-star reviews, but you have to make your selection now. After 40,000 orders being placed, these are the big ones, and a lot of folks are locking in auto delivery, and we're gonna chat about it in this presentation with Brittany Rastelli. Brittany is the Director of Culinary for Egg Harbor, and it's good to see you, my friend.
It's good to see you, too.
I was just saying the crew is marveling that I'm not wearing any food on my shirt.
We're doing good.
Very excited to continue that trend throughout this presentation. Brittany, what is the Faroe Island salmon difference?
The Faroe Island salmon is really just a call out to where it is from, and that is what makes it so special. Just the entire Faroese culture and how they prepare the salmon is incredible. So if you're not familiar, the Faroe Islands are located just north of Scotland, and they're in an absolutely beautiful, pristine body of water. It's a cluster of islands, and they have these gorgeous fjords and sounds. The salmon are out there in the open ocean between the fjords and sounds where there is a very strong Arctic current that flows through, keeping that water very clean and very cold. So the salmon are then fed an all-natural, hormone-free, and antibiotic-free diet. And then they're pulled out of the water right there in the Faroe Islands where we take the skin off, we take the bones out, and then these are individually packaged and blast frozen for you at home. So you have something that's high in omega-3s, high in omega-6s, and 34 grams of protein per 6-ounce piece. So it kind of looks like this when it comes out of the water, the beautiful, vibrant orange color. These white stripes is the marbling. That's what's breaking down, allowing us to kind of flake through every single piece of salmon, whether it's medium rare, completely well done, it will always have that beautiful moisture to it. But because it's blast frozen and because of the environment that it's in, it has a really beautiful flavor too.
Yeah.
And that's all locked in.
I love that the cuts that are represented up here are all center cut from that fillet, which
exactly.
is so important.
At Egg Harbor, we still use the tail and the shoulder. This is where we use our burgers or any other items that we are incorporating this into, but the center cut pieces are what you are receiving, so really uniform.
I want to wander over here and touch on that auto delivery, because maybe your auto delivery just ran out and you're stocking up today. Well, auto delivery for 2 years could look a little something like you see on the table. Now, we have some great ideas. Here in February, we've kind of lightened up a little bit with some rice pilaf. We've got a little vegetable medley. And then in front of here, this is representative of December. So now, little surf and turf. I'm saying little, that's a big surf and turf.
That's, I mean, you and I could share that. Definitely.
This is Alberti's recipe for cioppino.
There it is.
Beautiful.
He loves that.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then maybe if you're gonna make some fish tacos in the summertime, how about in August around Labor Day, is that one fillet or two?
That's one fillet.
Wow, in all three of those fish tacos. Then in the front, we're gonna lighten up a little bit, and who wants to heat up the entire kitchen? Let's air fry some salmon and make a beautiful salad. But what I see here on our April board, right there in the front of the table, if you take a look, that is your gift with purchase. Because when you get your auto delivery shipment, so you'll get your first shipment with your salmon. In your second shipment, if you sign up today for that 2-year auto delivery, you get the cedar plank. So that will add that rich smokiness to your salmon if you want to cook it on that cedar plank. It's just a thank you from Egg Harbor for trying the Faroe Island salmon and for locking in that auto delivery. Auto delivery is the way to go. They all ship for free, but you're locking in that today special value price. That price goes away at the end of the day, but not if you lock in the auto delivery. The auto delivery is $9.99 per fillet for the next 2 years. And it will not be under $100 again in 2025. And the 6-ounce fillets, that's a sturdy size. So you'll be able to share those for lunch. If you're super hangry, you'll be able to eat a whole one for dinner, and you know you're doing something smart for yourself.
Definitely. And the salmon also has so many different ways to prepare it, different cooking methods, and it takes on any of your favorite flavors. So if you are into the salsas in the summertime or marinades in the winter, or you want to do a beautiful cream sauce, barbecue sauce, the list just goes on and on. I think that's why so many people, now that they've tried it, enjoy it, because they can make different things. They're not just stuck in that making the same thing over and over again. So it really lends itself to whatever your favorite cooking style is. The air fryer is wonderful. It's about 15 minutes, not even. The oven is about 18 to 24 minutes. You're going to get all those instructions.
And what's the best way to thaw it if I've forgotten to do it the night before?
If you forgot to do it the night before, like me, all the time.
Every time.
Bowl of cold water, 30 minutes. It'll defrost, take it out, and then from there, your preferred cooking method.
That's what I love about it too, is how quickly it defrosts. If you have, maybe you get 6 ounces home and you get to 4 ounces and you go, okay, I am full. Save it, because you're showing us a great idea that we could use with our leftover salmon fillet or with a whole one. This looks delicious.
Every single time we have salmon, I always make this the next day. I'll either make an extra one, or if my kids don't finish theirs, I'll take this into the fridge, and the next day I'll just warm it up. This is the play on a canned tuna fish salad. So whatever your favorite tuna fish salad is, if it's mayo, if it's a little bit of mustard, celery, onion, I just take it and mix it together in a bowl, just like you would tuna, except you have something that's really mild, high in omega-3s, high in omega-6s, that's gonna be delicious. And you could put this on a piece of toast. You can eat it just like this, maybe a lettuce wrap if you're watching your carbs. A lot of times I will make this in the morning if we're having people over for dinner and I want to do a little appetizer. And then I'll put it on a crostini. So that way when people are coming over, I just take it out of the fridge, put it on my little crostini, set up my platter, and
just a little Faroe Island salmon that I had.
Just a little Faroe Island salmon in the freezer.
That's amazing. Because I think about the times that I've seen Faroe Island salmon on a restaurant menu. And sometimes it has the dreaded MP next to it because the market fluctuates for seafood. But look at that bite. I mean, if you ordered that appetizer at a fancy pants restaurant, that would be at least $25.
Absolutely.
Minimum. And that's not even a whole fillet.
And you'll see the Faroe Island salmon named on those restaurant menus. The chefs definitely want you to know that that is what they're using, because it is a premium piece of salmon. And honestly, a lot doesn't need to be done to it. I mean, if you like your sauces and your marinades, it pairs beautifully with them. But if you're trying to, just eat a little bit cleaner right now, it's beautiful on its own. It has a really mild flavor. Right now we're pan sauteing, and I already seared off 2 of them.
Amazing.
It smells like onion and garlic in here, and it will continue.
I want it to get in my hair. It smells so good. But there was this internet sensation of a recipe And you put a Rastelli Egg Harbor twist on it.
I did. So it was called Marry Me Chicken. It was all over the internet.
I saw it everywhere.
It looked delicious, and one day I just tried it with the Faroe Island salmon, and it became just such a family favorite of ours. Cool. But it is, you pan-sear your salmon for about 5 minutes on one side, and then take it out. This is just onion, garlic, sun-dried tomatoes, a little bit of tomato paste, and then some stock. Just use chicken stock, vegetable stock, whatever you want. And then let's make it pink, because why not?
As we should.
That's just a little bit of cream there, and then we'll add the cheese, and then we'll actually put our salmon back in and let that sear for a few minutes. And that is...
Like the way you roll. And think about how good that's going to be. Oh my gosh.
This is amazing.
You just took that rich Faroe Island salmon and just elevated it through the roof.
Yeah, and all that marbling in there that has kind of turned into those beautiful flakes, all that sauce is going to get absorbed in there.
And the internet taught us, we're not saying that it's going to guarantee a happy marriage, but we're not saying it's going to do anything to hurt it either.
Exactly. Maybe they meant like all the flavors just marry together so beautifully too.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's so many different things.
I love it. I'm going to remind everybody of our Today Special Value offer today. Please know that the Faroe Island salmon is one of my absolute favorites. It is a crowd favorite for sure. What you're getting is really hard to find premium salmon, and you're getting it delivered right to your front door. You're getting all 10 of those 6-ounce premium Faroe Island salmon fillets. You can get them to ship now. You can get them to ship the week of March 24th. But the single shipment, very popular at $9.99 per fillet. They're individually wrapped, but that auto delivery is the way to go. Auto delivery every 60 days for 2 years. And when you do order that auto delivery, you're getting, on the second shipment, this cedar plank. And so you can cook a couple of your fillets on there and get that nice smoky flavor going, but that's only if you lock in the auto delivery today. And remember, this is the lowest price of the year for the 6-ounce Faroe Island salmon fillets. So if you are shopping and you're thinking, well, maybe later, no. This is the only day this year that they'll be under $100. So please keep that in mind as you're completing your order. And as we welcome in Don from Georgia. Hi, Don. My name is Mary. Please meet Brittany. How are you?
Hi, Mary and Brittany. Doing great.
It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you. Do you want me to just go ahead?
Absolutely. We'd love to hear what you think. Have you tried the salmon before?
Oh, yeah. I told the gentleman I spoke with when I first got on, I'd say we're been getting the auto delivery for about 3 years.
Oh,
and
wow.
I told him that when you think right, especially now, if you go out anywhere and get a salmon salad, you're going to pay probably at least $20. And obviously what you're paying for the most is the salmon. But when I just think about what you can do, you know, from home to order it, I told them that it's got a richness to it. Yeah. It doesn't weigh you down. However you want to do it. We usually do a basin glaze and sometimes some chili powder, black pepper for sure. But it's excellent. And the thing that, to me, you obviously have a great lineup as far as food, especially.
Thank you.
But I would say that the salmon, the Faroe salmon, is like the ambassador because it embodies the quality, the value, and the convenience of what you can get. And it's just perfect. It's light, and yet it's not fishy. And you just appreciate it because that serving for $10 and the price you have tonight is what we started with, the original price.
Thank you.
Because I've seen it at times it's a little higher, but even at that point, to me, it is totally worth it.
Oh, Don, thank you.
Totally worth it.
You get it. I appreciate it. and your kindness in sharing that. I mean, all of our testimonials, the only solicitation is us asking for folks to call. Everybody that calls in, this is unscripted. We ask for we want all your thoughts. They don't all have to be great. And so the fact that you love it, and we weren't there to cook it. We didn't send a chef to the house. I mean, you made it yourself and it turned out great. I couldn't be more happy and grateful for you sharing that.
Well,
thank you so much.